morning, everyone. Today, Midge and I have been on a little adventure. I had been looking for snowshoes, and I wanted the older style. I've had a pair of the aluminum style snowshoes, and never really cared for them. They're great for climbing, and if you're on like kind of packed surfaces, they work really well. But what I wanted was some older snowshoes, the old style. And I had gone on Facebook Marketplace and found that someone had a pair of old wooden LL Bean beaver style snowshoes, and it caught my eye. So I looked at it further, and she had two pair of snowshoes. And this is where it gets really interesting. She had those beaver tail LL Bean shoes, which are in really good shape, almost like new. And she had some C.A. Lund military shoes that she was selling also. And I don't know if you are familiar or not with the old C.A. Lund shoes. It's a pickerel style shoe, so it's a long, narrow shoe that the military used right around World War II. I think 1942, 1943, somewhere right around there is when C.A. Lund made those shoes. And so I contacted her and made arrangements to meet, and I told her I was interested in both pairs of shoes. Those LL Beans to use, and then those C.A. Lunds, just because they have such a great history. And if they were in decent shape, maybe use them, but probably more put them up in the new house. So we came down here to it's a little village of Washington, Vermont, and met her, and she had both the shoes. And I was a little concerned that the C.A. Lunds would be pretty beat up because they are old shoes. And so she showed them to me, and they were really nice. I mean, the wood on them is perfect. The wicker, I don't know what they call it, the gut was repaired in different places, but for the most part really intact. And so I bought both pair. She said that her father and maybe her grandfather had them. Her father may have used them a little bit, but for quite a long time. She didn't specify time, but she made it sound like they had been hanging on the wall for a couple decades, maybe. And she felt that she didn't want the mice to eat them up, and she'd sell them. And I was fortunate enough to find them fairly quickly and scoop them up. So it's exciting. I'm happy. And now I have some real snowshoes to use this winter. If you haven't gone old school yet, you should try old school snowshoeing. It's especially in deep snow. I think the new style snowshoes are kind of worthless in deep snow. It's almost easier to just wade through the snow, I think. So we jumped in the old Cummins and fired it up, and came on down. Now we are gonna try and do some social distance Christmas shopping. See how that goes. I'm not going into stores if they're crazy. So we'll pick this video up once we try the shoes out. I don't think there's enough snow up here right yet to really try them out, and I'll probably when we get home I'll video the 2 pairs of shoes, and you guys can see them for yourself. So we'll see you in a bit. So back from town. Got home and one of the grandkids was over here. Had to pick up some clothes for a job or something. I don't know. Anyways, and one of my buddies had shown up on his snowmobile. He just bought a new sled, and something wasn't tightened down, and he knew where there was some tools. So they stopped in, and we tightened up the riser on his handlebars so he could get back up over the hill. So about these snowshoes, I got them home, and I'm going to show them to you here. The ones that I'm going to use are, the ones that I'm going to use are the ones on the right, and those are some old LL Bean shoes, and I'll show those to you right now. So these are those LL Beans. They need some bindings, and then these are the CA Lunds. Pretty amazing shoe. I don't know if you can get a perspective of how big they are. But let me turn you around, and I'm going to stand one up next to me. So I don't know if you can see that, but they come up to my, upper chest. It's a huge shoe. They were made in the early 40s. These, the rawhide in places need some work, but I think as long as I don't use them, they'll be fine ornamental wise. And I'm not sure if this was replaced. This doesn't look like it may have been original here, but I think a lot of this is, but you can see it's broken out, and it's been, kind of patched here and there. The toes look pretty good. This one has a patch there, and this one probably has, this has been patched up in places. But the wood is perfect on it. And you can see right here, USCA Lund, Hastings, Minnesota. So I'm very proud of that. So I got both sets of shoes for $200. I thought it was a smoking deal. So if you guys have any feedback on this, let me know, and I'm sure you're going to see these in a future video. The LL Bean shoes, I'll go out on them when we get so much snow I need to have snowshoes. And I'm not sure what I'll do with the bindings. Maybe I'll take the toe bindings off of the military shoes and put them on the LL Beans. We'll see. They make some really nice bindings that can go on these shoes too. So I've got a little time. I don't think we're going to get feet of snow here in the next week or so. So I'm going to wrap up this video. We'll turn you around. I didn't say it in the last video, but we've got Christmas coming up. The last video was meant to be released on Christmas Day, but we we got it messed around, and it ended up going out. My sister pointed out to me, Kay pointed out to me that my timeline was a little screwy for New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve is going to be like almost 2 weeks, not quite 2 weeks away now. It'd be a week from Thursday, depending on when this comes out. So anyways, that got messed up a little bit. I don't think people care. So I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas from us here at the homestead. Midge, myself, the 3 dogs, and Chloe, the Maine Coon cat. We send our best to all of you, family and friends, and even those of you who might not know us. You're welcome to my channel, and hopefully we'll be doing some more interesting things in the not so distant future. My shoulder's really healed up. It's getting better every day, so I'm happy about that. A smile's come back to my face. And like, subscribe, share with your friends. It really helps me out if you share the videos with people you think might be interested in, a happy rural life that we live. And again, have a Merry Christmas.